Well, hey there, hi there, ho there. Howdy doody, howdy doody, howdy doody. Looks like the market liked the job information. There was a big pop here from the jobs information at 8:30. We'll see if it is sustained. We've definitely been in this range here for a long time. Hope y'all had a good weekend. I know I've been absent for a few days. I took a little short vacation for our birthday, my husband and I, even though my birthday is not till the end of this month. His birthday was the end of last month. We took a trip in the middle of it. We took a trip in the middle of it. So that way, it was in the middle between both of our birthdays. And that was this weekend. So between traveling there, celebrating, traveling home, here we are. So we're back. I'm back in the saddle, back into doing what we do. Yeah. Yesterday started off to be a great day, but that drop at the end of the day, whoo-wee, looked like it was going to hold up, but then not so much. This is what the end of the day looked like yesterday. Wow. Yeah, it was vicious. It was vicious yesterday. Let me get to a smaller time frame. Definitely was vicious yesterday at the end of the day. For sure. Got to be vicious and dropped right through my strikes. I had some strikes here, 45, 50, 39, 69, 45, 50. It dropped right through those in the 3:45 hour. Dropped right through my strikes, caused max loss in my account and in our copy trading account. And we sustained a big loss yesterday. I hate when that happens. I promise I hate when it happens. First of all, I hate when it happens for me. And then copy trading account is me, but it also is me with people who are copying. And I don't want that for me. I don't want that for the people who trade with me. It's definitely not. So, yeah. That's always a thing. Never want that for anybody. I don't want that for myself mainly. I don't want it for me. I don't want it for me or anybody else. So that we have to, absorb all that happens along with that. And then we do what needs to be done to continue to fight another day. The good thing is we, trade with enough to continue to, you don't overload the trade. You watch your risk management so that you don't trade with everything, so that everything is not all is not lost. You don't trade with everything, so all is not lost. And so then as you move forward, you still got, as I call it, gunpowder. You still got some bullets for the chamber, so for the next day. So you ready to come back into the ring. You ready to go back to the court to fight some more. You ready to still go back out there. You don't want to burn up all your seed so that you can't plant for the next time. So we go back into the ring today. You take some time, you take a little step back, look at what happened, look at what you did and didn't do, look at, was there something you could have done? And then you reevaluate, reassess, and then you go back in with the plan. Basically, you go back in with the plan. That's how that works. Hopefully that's how it works for you too. You take a beat, see what happened, what didn't. Nobody ever enjoys it. It's always interesting how we, as in general, and people, we can always be excited about the winning side. We're always very excited about the wins, about when it's going to be profitable, when it's all going to be wonderful. And we somehow don't see when it's not going to be so great. And it's almost impossible for us to see when it's not going to be good. We're like, well, we in our mind, we know that losses are a part of this. The words say, well, losses go along with the territory. We say that. And it's true. They do go with the territory. But it's different when the loss is sustained. When you receive and you get the loss, you're like, oh no. But losses are a part of this. We do try to keep them as low as possible, do all that we can to make sure that we don't sustain max loss, which we sustained that on one of our trades yesterday. We had several trades yesterday. Other ones were profitable. We sustained max loss on one of them. The drawback to selling is that max loss can supersede so many other good trades. So you can have lots of good trades, and then one max loss will wipe out a lot of previous profitable trades. We work it out. That we accept that as a part of the risk when we're trading as a seller. That's one of the things that comes along with being a seller is one max loss can wipe out a lot of profitable trades. So how do you combat that? You combat that by you doing all you can not to sustain a max loss. That's how you combat it. You do all you can to try not to sustain a max loss because you know that it'll wipe out a lot of good trades, previous good trades. That's what you do. We do what we can. We do what we can. We do what we can. All righty. So with that being said, we move forward. That's all you can do at this point. As they said on The Lion King, as Rafiki said, you put your past in your behind. I think that's what Rafiki said. Something like that. You put your past in your behind because it's behind you. I mean, we learn from it. I'm definitely not minimizing it. We learn from it. And that's how we get to where we are. We learn from the past things that didn't go so well. You learn from them, and then you're like, okay, well, now we move forward. We take it and we move forward. That's what we do. All right, let's talk about what's going on today and what we're going to do today, because we are still going to do some stuff today. Okay, just know, we're going to do some stuff today. We're going to work on making some informed decisions and recapturing, regenerating the profits that we know that the stock market has available for us, because the stock market has profits available for us, and we gonna look at recapturing some of them or all of them. Yeah, we gonna go back. We gonna go back and get some, if not all of what we lost. We gonna take back what the devil stole from us. I don't know if the devil stole it from us, but we gonna go back and get it. No matter who took it from us, we going back to get it. That's what's important. We going back to get what we lost. We going back to get it. You just know that. We going back for it. Okay. The whole key is that you make more than you lose. You lose less than you win. That's what you're after, because there will be losses. Anybody who's trading and tells you there are no losses, they lying. They lying. Okay. They are lying to you. All right, the VIX at this point is at 1781. I don't think we actually talked about earnings at all this week because that wasn't on Sunday or Monday. The VIX is at 1782. That's where we are this morning. That's where the VIX is. All righty. CBOE. Wait. Come on. Fill in. I need my stuff to be working with me. Let me see if I can get to Instagram. My whole system's moving slow. What's on earnings? What we have for this week? Not a whole lot was this week, actually. Monday, we had some stuff. Looked like OWN was in earnings on Monday. That's one that stands out for me. Coca-Cola was Tuesday. Fiserv, CVS, Spotify. Robinhood was yesterday evening. I think Robinhood had a pretty big drop yesterday after earnings. Lyft also had a big drop. Cloudflare was something that was being discussed a lot. Net, that was being discussed a lot yesterday. They had earnings yesterday evening. This morning, Shopify has earnings. Kraft Heinz. I actually saw them on a scanner. Didn't know they had earnings this morning. Humana in the healthcare space had earnings this morning. AppLovin, which is I think in the cloud or data space. Cisco has earnings aftermarket today. Tomorrow, Crocs has earnings. I'm not sure Birkenstock, PG&E. PG&E is energy, right? They have energy. They have earnings tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, Coinbase, and this whole crypto thing. I'm not sure Coinbase, this crypto drop has been a lot. So Coinbase tomorrow afternoon. Pinterest, Arista is tomorrow. Rivian. Those Rivian trucks are kind of cute. Applied Materials, AMAT. DraftKings probably is getting a lot of little heat in this football season that's now over. I guess it's basketball going too, though. Expedia, Moderna, it's coming up Friday morning. Advanced auto parts. Okay, that's all we got in the way of earnings this week. Okay, let me see if I can get these to fill in. What are we doing back here, CNBC? The Super Bowl of jobs reports is on deck. The government will publish much anticipated January jobs data in addition to key revisions. Here's what to expect. Did we get this, or does this need to be updated? It feels like this is not updated now that we had an 8:30, some 8:30 data. U.S. stock futures hit pause as jobs report looms. I'm going to refresh that and see if I can refresh some of this stuff. See if I can get some info. This morning's information we got was, we got data here. I need to refresh it so it can show up. There we go. Average hourly earnings 0.4%. They thought it would be 0.3, so it's green. Non-farm employment change 130,000. Anticipated was 66,000. That's a doubled up. Double them up, baby. Unemployment rate 4.3%. They thought it would be 4.4, so it's down just a taste, which is good. 10 o'clock, we've got FOMC member Smith is talking. Bowman at 10:15. Crude oil inventories, which really is an orange folder, at 10:30. 10-year bond auction at 1 o'clock. This should really be an orange folder, if not a red folder. 10-year bond auction is a thing. It shows up, really, it impacts the market more than a yellow folder does. Federal budget balance at 2, and then FOMC member Hammock is speaking. Tomorrow morning before market opens, we have unemployment claims. Okay, that's tomorrow morning at 8:30, 30-year bond auction tomorrow. And then on Friday, we've got core CPI first thing in the morning before market opens. So those are all pre-market red folders. Good morning, folks. Hey, Janae. Hey, Miss Marcia, and hey, Melissa. Good morning, y'all. Hey, my people. I love y'all, and thank y'all so much for always checking in on your girl. Listen, I got some riders. I got some riders in my community. They're going to be looking out for their coach. They're going to be looking out for me to be like, you all right, girlfriend? And then I reply back and say, I'm all right, girlfriend. I am okay. Listen, we keep it steady. We keep it steady. Great thing was yesterday, I was able to go straight from trading. I had to shift gears because we had, I'm active in a women's group at my church. It's called Freedom. And I was the person who was set to lead the freedom discussion yesterday. So I did not have time to wallow. There was no time for wallowing yesterday. You need to get it together, sis. Buck up, buttercup, because you need to transition to the next task. And it was good to change gears and keep on going to what this really all is about. And it's about a free life in Christ. In the overall scheme of things, a $500 loss, a $600 loss. In the overall scheme of things, I'm not minimizing anybody's money because $500, $600 for some people is a month's worth of, a month's worth, a lifetime worth of salary. I'm not minimizing it. Please don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not minimizing that, but in the trading world, some folks pay, one options contract is $2,000. Folks put thousands and thousands down on one trade. So for me to lose $500 in one max loss on a SPX contract for some people is literally pennies, right? Some people it's massive. I get it. I'm not trying to minimize anybody's loss. But what I'm saying is that from the overall scheme, this is a small drip. We keep it pushing. My daughter would say, keep it pushing. We keep it pushing. We go on to the next thing and we go and work to regain what we lost. Okay. This is investing.com. Let's see what they have on the list today. Crude oil inventory. See, they have crude oil inventories with 3 stars. Crude oil inventory, 3 stars. That means that volatility anticipated. Okay, and that comes, well, no, I didn't mean for you to click. No, don't click it. That's at 10:30, crude oil inventories. And at 1 o'clock, 10-year note auction also has 3 stars. Federal budget balance at 2 o'clock has 2 stars. Alrighty, that's what's showing up on investing.com. We use both of those. We use Forex Factory and investing.com, so that way we can see what one of them may miss, the other one does have listed. Okay, make sure I'm not missing. Oh, did I see what Yahoo Finance had to say? And if Yahoo Finance take too long to give me what I need, we'll move right on. Job report smashes expectations. Payrolls grow by 130,000. Tower Semiconductors beats quarterly profit estimates as on the AI-driven chip demand. I got to get my speaking together. Tower Semiconductors, TSEM. Even though it said they beat the quarterly profits estimate, it's down 7%. Y'all see, earnings is a topsy-turvy kind of thing. Rocket maker Orbex to enter administration. Brazilian fintech Erling Hines pauses the plan to split into 2. Okay. The banks dig in on stablecoin rules. Listen, crypto is just dumping. Wall Street's new trade, dumping any stock on AI crosshairs. Bitcoin whales are on a buy-in spree. I bet they are, as other traders retreat. That's what happens, y'all. It pulls back. The people who still sitting in cash go in, sweep in, and buy the dip. Buy the dip. They got the money to buy the dip. And those people who are bailing at a loss leave it for someone else to come in, for the whales, as they call them, to come in and buy up. Because crypto's at what? Bitcoin is at what? 60 something? Janae said earnings is fine. People just taking profits. I can go with that. The pre-market, all the pre-markets are green. Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, all green. Dow futures rise 200 points after a much better than expected January jobs report. Over in Europe, we've got Stock 600, FTSE and CAC are green. DAX and FTSE Milano are red. Siemens Energy stock jumps 6% as data center demand helps quarterly profit triple. Okay, I'm going to say this. Data centers is something you need to keep looking at. We need to keep looking at data centers. Every entity on the planet almost collects data. Everybody's collecting data. If everybody's collecting data, that information has to be housed and processed somewhere. Where does that happen? It happens at data centers. It happens in cloud storages. It happens there, okay? Cloud storages, data centers, those are places and things that we're going to need as we collect, the collective, we collect data. It has to be housed and stored somewhere. It has to be stored so it can be accessed. That data has to be accessed, okay? Definitely. Data centers, okay? So do some research. You do your research. I'm not getting ready to say who you should go with, because y'all, this the intranet. Ask ChatGPT. Ask whoever. Read a bit. It'll tell you where to go looking, because there's a few that are, of course, hotter names than others, but yeah. Checking to see what's on here. U.S. payrolls. Okay. I was looking at Asia. Asia's all green across the board. Asian markets mostly rise as investors shrug off the weak U.S. retail sales and assess China inflation. Let's go look at, we can look at the metals, which is another thing that's really hot right now. All the metals. Gold, over 5,000. It dipped last week. Why? Why do you think gold and silver and those things dipped last week? Why y'all think they dipped? Why do you think they dropped like they did last week? I'm going to give you one suggestion or one thought as to why they dipped last week. People sold, it dipped, so the people who wanted to buy could go buy cheaper. The people who had cash went and bought cheaper. Oh, it's a crash. No, it's not necessarily a crash. It's a pullback, so the people who want to buy some can go buy more. It's a retrace, as they call it. Okay, now let's go look at crypto. Now, everything over here is red. It's red right now. Bitcoin at 67,000, Ethereum 1950, Solana 81, Dogecoin is 0.09, XRP 137. Bitcoin has been over 100, right? So you know, if it was there before, can it go back? Yes, it can go back. And I'm not telling nobody to go buy nothing, okay? Believe me, I'm not offering any investment advice. I'm not an investment advisor. I'm just saying, if history says Bitcoin was over 100,000 before, and the banks are in Bitcoin and other places it's going more mainstream. These things are going more mainstream. Think they can't go back? I'm not saying rush in and buy this dip. I'm not saying buy any dip. I'm not saying buy anything. I'm just saying if it's been there before, it can probably go back. It's got a high likelihood. It can probably go back. But what happens, it is human nature. It is human nature that when something is falling, we think we ought to bail. I want to go. Oh, no, it's crashing. And that makes sense. It makes sense. Who wants to stay on a plane that's headed toward the ground? You ought to bail out, get your parachute, and jump out while you got the chance. I get it. That's human nature. That's human nature. Let me get out while the getting is good. Get out while I can, at a smaller loss. Yes, I'm okay. True. Because holding through it, HODL, HODL, hold on for dear life. You might not, well, sometimes you don't want to hold on for dear life. I'll jump out and wait till it returns. That's a thing too. I'm going to wait till it come back. Okay, let's look at some, oh wait, I want to go to Adam first before I go there. Let me go to Adam first. Yesterday, we finally hit my 69.87 target after a 230-point rally and dipped in SPX. He has ES on his. I posted at 3:30 p.m. 69.39 to 41 was the next support. I held exact after and bounced 27 points. We trapped it overnight. Plan today. 69.51 must reclaim. 69.51 must reclaim to see 69.63, 69, and 78. If 69.39 to 41 fails, we dip to 69.30 and 69.16. The difference between ES and SPX is 19 points. Difference between those two is 19 points. So if you're looking at Adam's tweets, you can subtract 19 points from his numbers to get to SPX numbers. If you're trading XSP, the range 691 to 698 is your range. Okay. 69.30, 69.16. Okay. At the bottom, if it dips, it's going to go down there. If it goes up to the top, we're looking for 69.63, 69.69, 69.78. If 69.39 fails, we're going to go back down to 60, maybe 69.18. All right. Again, we've been in a range for a long time. We're just trading level to level as Adam does. Adam is a level to level trader. He's a buyer. We're sellers. He's a buyer, but he trades level to level. All righty. That's how that goes. Put these numbers on your chart, though. Put these numbers on, and you can watch Adam's tweets throughout the day. He tweets throughout the day about what's going on, basically. If you want to watch him on Twitter, he's one of many people. There's so many people you can watch and follow about what's happening with the price of ES, and he watches ES, and then we translate those numbers to SPX for those who trade SPX. All righty. All righty. Let's go check out some charts. Let's go check out some charts. Add to the stage. This is, let me get to the 15-minute. This is SPY. I'm going to turn off VWAP and some other stuff that's clouding up the chart. Clouding up the chart. Oh, those things are fine. 15 minutes. I probably can do 30. That way it would be a few less things. Okay. So SPY. What is that? Oh, I know what it is. It's here. That's not what's there. That's what's there. SPY closed yesterday at 692.10. It's currently at 696.56. Going to be a little bit of a gap up for SPY this morning, about 4 points. About 4 points gap up today with this pop with unemployment. Closed at 692 and some change, currently at 696. Well, maybe a bit of a pop. Maybe a pop and run, or, gap and go as they call it. Maybe a gap and go. Triple Q closed at 611 yesterday. And it opened, is currently at 616. So up about $5, $6 today. I mean, it's at 617, 616. It's at the top of there, 616.97. Up about $5 or $6 this morning. So far, we're about 30 minutes from the market opening. So you see if it can sustain this big gap. We'll see what happens there. IWM closed yesterday at 266.18, currently at 268.75. Up about $2 to almost $3 on IWM. IWM's been in the range for a while too. You can see it's a small caps, just in a range. Got a gap up here. It has yet to fill. It's just kind of been range bound, really between. If you look at the top of it, 271 hasn't really gone back up there, and the low has been 255. It's kind of been between these two for a while. This is the daily chart. Yep, I'm confirming that. Okay. Those are our three indices from first to last. I'm not sure what that was in reference to, but okay. For getting here onto the call. You got to do better, Ward. You got to do better to get on here. You got to get here better. You got to get here earlier. All righty. Wrapping up. We still got the membership. We're hanging out in there, hanging out together, making profits together, enjoying losses together. But you know what? We've got, I got a gap here to mark. We've got, yesterday, in the midst of losses, this one thing I love about the market is that you can win or lose right alongside somebody who's winning. Just because, and you don't have to all win or lose. May not all win or lose as a unit. You can most likely win as a unit. And sometimes you take losses as a unit too. But in the membership, we'll have, like yesterday, many of us took losses yesterday, but most of the people in the membership did not. Right? I may alert a trade in our membership, but I've also taught the people in the membership how to identify entries and identify exits. We've learned as a unit how to identify when we should or should not take a trade, and when we should get out of trades. So just because I'm in it doesn't mean everybody's in it. Just because I alert the trade doesn't mean everybody's in it. And just because I'm still in it doesn't mean people don't get out before me. That doesn't mean they don't say, well, this looked like it's going to do something different, and they bounce, right? Because I've taught, this is one of the things in the membership is the teaching segment of the membership. It's not just a copy, because copy trading, basically you're there as long as I'm there. Whenever I close the trade, then that's when you close. When I open it, your account opens it. When I close it, your account closes. So if I don't close it, your account doesn't close it unless you step in front of me and close it yourself, which that's not recommended. Because that's the case, then why should you be copy trading with me if you're going to do the work yourself, right? But in the membership, you're taught how to identify for yourself when to enter and when to exit. And while you're learning these things, I do provide alerts in addition to those. Now, many people are in both places. They're in the membership and they're in copy trading. So they're doing both at the same time, right? So they both have their advantages and they have their drawbacks. Because if you're in the membership, that means I'm going to give an alert, and it's up to you to see the alert and then to execute on your own. You need to now process your own thinking. You can ask questions. I'm there for the questions and answers. I'm there for the teaching and the training, but you're there to learn. And it's a more of a a DIY, do it yourself kind of situation. Copy trading, I'm doing it for you. But if somebody else is doing it for you, then that means you have to really, you're at the mercy of that person's decision making. And if you don't agree with their decision making, you again are at the mercy of their decision making. So both sides come with pros and cons, right? Both sides go with pros and cons. Both sides have their merit. I like both sides. There's some people who trade that I would copy. I would if they offered it. A lot of people don't offer it, but if they did, I would. I have crypto that is being copy traded. I don't even hardly check that account to see. Some people follow my copy trades by the trade. Like every single trade I take, they copy and comment, by the way. But, that's neither here nor there. But I mean, you can copy. If there are people, again, I would copy, folks. There's people I would copy. And there are people I learn from. There's folks I learn from. Like, I'm okay, you doing it. I'm willing to learn from you. I'm willing to learn. Both pieces are relevant. Both pieces are relevant. Anyway, in the membership, that's what we do. In the relevant, I teach. In the membership, I teach. I do teaching and training. I'm there for consistent help all day in the chat, offering guidance, guidelines. Look at here, watch here we go, watch this, look at that. That's what I'm there for. Providing an environment and a community for support. That's what I'm there for in the membership. And you can join us for a free 7-day look if you're interested in that. Okay. E2T Traders Declaration. I declare I'm a great trader, I'm going to tell myself I'm a great trader because I am. Because a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was not. But I am now, baby. I'm greater today than I was yesterday. I'm greater today than I was a year ago. Believe it. Okay. I'm a successful trader and I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account's growing steadily. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I have a strategy that I use for my trades. I don't randomly place trades. I'm a level-headed trader who trades my plan and not my emotions. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. Help us today to trade our strategy with wisdom and knowledge. Allow us to prosper enough to have what we need and enough to bless others. In Jesus' name, amen and amen. Okay. I'm at the place now where there used to be a time in my trading career where I placed trades at random, where I was like, oh, it's a good time of day to place a trade. And I would jump in just because it was the time of day. Yeah, I have no nothing that it was based on. It was 2:00 and I'm free today. I'm free right now. Let me go jump in and do a trade. But now every trade I place, I can walk you through why I took that trade. I can quote unquote defend every trade I take now. I can defend the trade. I can say, this is why I entered. I got reasons why I enter a trade. And if I need to back out, I got reasons why I back out. And if I miss a back out, I got reasons why I should have backed out. Like yesterday at 3:45, it was a little late and I was backing out and the back out ended up going left. But I was backing out and did back out. It's just the back out took a left turn. But I know when we should bail. I know when to get in. I have a criteria for that. And I know when to get out. I have a criteria for that. There was a time in my trading career I didn't have either one of those things. I was just riding along like, okay, I'm free at 12:00. Let me go and enter a trade. I'm available. And then I would sit there like, well, let's see. Let's hope it makes it. That's not the way to trade. That's not a way to trade. But that's not how I trade now. I have entry criteria and I have exit criteria. And that's what I teach my members. I teach entry criteria, exit criteria. I teach risk management. I teach things that go along with when do we enter? When do we exit? How much do we risk? What do we do in the meantime? How do we manage the trade in the middle? What are we looking at while we're in the middle? I teach all that. All right. Okay, so we're about 20 minutes from the market opening. Go ahead, get yourself set, put your stuff on your chart that you need to put on, and let's plan for a profitable day. All right, we're gonna watch what's being put before us, follow all of our criteria that we have. We're gonna do two things today, at least two things. We're gonna stay green. We're gonna have a great green day. We're gonna get some of this money. All right, I'll see y'all later. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.